Many storylines in this game as the Bakersfield Drillers are set to take on the Garces Rams. And of course that starts off with head coach of the Rams, Paul Gola, who spent 14 years over at BHS, very successful years there. We're going to see if we have what it takes to play a little hockey. Mike Hart's here.
Are you going to get in the game or what?
I'm getting in the game, Mike. Let's go. Well, that was back in 1988. So I guess there's some magic left in 2020, at least for the city of LA. One of Bakersfield's own, DJ Reed, who happens to play defensive back and is a special teamer for the 49ers, is looking to make his own legacy. The Los Angeles Angels were hosting their first home series since the passing of pitcher Tyler Skaggs. And especially on Friday, no one could have scripted a better game to honor their forever Angel. You were expected to see a lot of competitors or wannabe athletes. Of course, the stands were going to be packed with lots of fans. One memorable quarter that sums up one memorable season as the Bakersfield Christian Eagles are bringing home their first ever football state championship. And then there's future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers, who took over for Favre in 2008 and led the team to another Super Bowl championship. For 40 days and 40 nights, Zeke didn't eat. Well, in terms of getting paid. And on the 41st day, the holdout ends for the Dallas Cowboys as they pay their leading running back exactly what he wanted. How do you feel with these issues brought to the table? Kern County can take a step forward in making sure that there is more equality, especially with that divide we're feeling right now with police force and people of color. Jumping from team to team and taking over head coaching roles, what is that like, and how can you explain that tradition of coaching here in Kern County?
I think it's pretty unique.
When you're driving in normal streets, are you going speed limit? Or are you always pushing the pedal?
I'm usually about 10 miles.
A stat that has always mattered to you and has been big for the runners. What's the key to rebounding?
Going.
Could the Vikings stall the Stars' momentum? Well, let's get to all of the highlights. Oh, I did it too. Welcome into 23 ABC Sports. I'm Kari Osep, and we're still pretty busy in this department. The Garces Rams are lone soccer team left in state playoffs. They were playing to retain their SoCal regional title from a year ago, known otherwise in the soccer community as a state championship. With number 5 Santiago already winning, the Rams knew before their game that with a win, they'd be hosting that final once again, so a lot on the line. Let's get to the action. Division 3 Garces hosting number 6 Norwalk in those SoCal semifinals. Ibube Ekpemogu sitting out for the rest of the postseason with an injury, but the game must go on. Scoreless for most of the first half, then some energy at the end. Elijah Tapia breaking through the Lancers defense, then at the right time rips it to the right lower corner. Garces is up 1-0 at the half. They are just trying to make a statement in this game, and they would do so in the second half. Alejandro Garcia's service, Angel Navarro sliding goal here. Awesome highlight. Thanks to Garces Athletics for that one. Rams are moving on to defend their SoCal regional title with a final of 3-0, and they will host that game on Friday. But of course, we have some hoop action to get to as well, and we've been talking about the Mojo. When we mean Mojo, we're talking about the Delano Tigers. We're going to start with them. Delano, they had the Mojo in the building, hosting Fowler in Division 5. Second quarter, Jarek Alestri, money from the 3, and he's got the moves. Crowd loves it. The guy who stole the show, though, was Thomas Perez, the junior scoring 21 points, most coming from down low. The Tigers built their lead up to 16, and they'd cruise from there. A 62-46 win in front of a pretty crazy crowd. They are moving on. On the outskirts of Bakersfield, near Lamont, and surrounded by farms, you'll likely find Alex Cuevas. As your eyes catch the lines etched into these fields, this athlete is usually running along his own.
I mean, I kind of felt a connection with it, and once I came into high school and I tried it out, a lot of stuff you got to learn to not only be good, but learn from failures, and I've always kind of liked running and winning.
Learning to win was never an issue.
In 2016, his freshman year, we have never won a Valley championship before that. And then since he's been here, we have won 3 and a state championship.
Something I just never forget. I always be proud of being part of any championship we got.
Ridgeview's cross-country coach Greg Dabbs knows just how important Alex is to the team.
Very competitive and determined. You can't replace someone like Alex.
But the team almost had to.
My mom was driving. I was sitting in the front passenger seat, and my little sister was sitting right behind me.
On August 14th, 2017, Alex's sophomore year of high school, he and his family were involved in a serious car accident caused by a red light runner. a memory never too far from his mind.
I kind of just remember hearing like some loud screeching noise from tires, like when you slam on the brakes. And kind of after that, I'm not really too aware of what happened, but I do know that a semi-truck ended up hitting us on the driver's side. I had fractured my left eye socket, and I do know I had a few small fractures on the back of my skull. My hips were kind of messed up. I can remember it pretty clear, you know, talking to the doctor, you know, hey, I'm in cross country, you know, when will I be back? Right when I was told you may not even be able to run again, it might be too much, I kind of just felt my heart drop in a way because of the strong feelings I feel when I run.
It was here at the intersection of Panama Road and Union Avenue where the accident occurred, leaving Alex and his mom Tomasa with injuries they both have to overcome for months. A spot that should have marked the end of Alex's running career instead marked the beginning of his road to recovery.
It was a really hard process trying to get back to where I used to be, even as close as I can to where I used to be.
It was the sport he was fighting to return to that ultimately got him through his biggest adversity.
Everyone kind of has the way they see things or the way they handle things, but that honestly really helped me try and get away from all those negative thoughts through the process, and I mean, it helped me overcome it. So I'm really thankful for it.
Grateful for a tragedy that he was able to turn into success, as the Ridgeview cross country team would win the school's first ever state title a year after his return.
Life is so unpredictable, and you can't control these things, and he's bounced back and adjusted from this. You know, it's just been a miracle to watch this.
Alex finished his senior season with another Valley championship and, of course, a few more medals to hang on the walls at home. He will soon graduate from Ridgeview amid uncertainty with the COVID-19 pandemic, although he's already committed to run for UC Davis next season.
It means everything to me. Now, you know, that I have another opportunity to continue my running and at a bigger level now. You know, it's just a matter of seeing what the future holds for me and, you know, hopefully making my family proud and continue having all my success.
He's already brought pride to more than one family.
He's been a great role model and leader of our team, and he's part of the pack forever.
While many thoughts may run through someone's mind who has been through as much as Alex has at such a young age, there's one quote that seems to align with his journey.
God will never take anything away from you without the intentions of replacing it with something better.
Possibly a greater appreciation for the sport that gives him life. For 23 ABC Sports, I'm Kari Osep, connecting you. Lacrosse, fast, intense,
Good job, D.
exciting. So I wanted to give it a try, and who better to learn from than one of the best teams in the country? In Penn State, let me practice with them. I know my form looks bad, right? I know. I'm like, I'm done, right? And that was just the warm-up. Now it's time to learn a few stick skills. Got the basics, then comes the tricks.
And you gotta get your arm up. Yeah. And out.
And now
like,
go
get your arms
on
away from your body.
These are legit lacrosse players, you can tell. I don't fit in.
But now it's time to move on to shooting. And they make it look so easy, right?
Woo! Help me!
First you don't succeed, maybe try something that's slightly illegal but still works.
Got it?
Yes, Coach Doherty is referring to me.
Probably can't do the thing where you grab the ball with your hand and just throw it in with your hand.
So I didn't do great with offensive drills. Maybe I can try some defense?
I don't even know who has the ball. Woo! Kind of losing track of the ball. What do you guys, like the speed of the game, how do you introduce yourself to that, especially on defense?
Honestly, point with one finger where the ball is, or like use your stick and point with the ball, and then your other hand's where the girl is.
Get in there,
Okay.
you know, work
Got
hard,
it.
make things happen. Right?
Okay, thanks, Coach.
I guess I'm ready to scrimmage.
Ooh, there we go, there we go.
And did I mention how big this field is?
I think that was my man. I like do one run and I'm like, okay.
Hard.
Yeah.
We also condition a lot. So.
I know, we can tell, it's great. Oh gosh.
The once an athlete, always an athlete principle didn't apply here, but there's one thing I have to do before retiring my stick and goggles, at least for Brett and Jordan.
And I'm gonna score for you guys. Maybe.
Time to ask for some help.
You know what you're doing.
Put your arms like this,
Okay.
right? And you're gonna step and just follow through.
Placement over power. Need some work, but maybe there's a spot for me on the team.
We want to explore that danger aspect of, you know, the shots and the ground ball pickups with one hand. But once we get those dangerous things done with, I think, you know, you're definitely a great prospect for
Okay.
us.
Okay. You guys heard it here. I'll be on the team next year. But thank you so much. I appreciate
Great
it.
to have you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Champions!
The future Nittany Lion, Kari Osep, is signing off.